Hi guys, I'm standing in front of this week's open house at 1710 Donerail, I believe is how you say it, Donerail. Again, that address is 1710 Donerail. This is a listing by a friend of mine named Kelton Day, who is with Keller Williams City View, and the house is being offered for $349,900. It's a beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's got 2,388 square feet, built in 1979, which is a great thing because, as everybody knows, the laws changed in 1978, and everything built before that was allowed to have lead paint and asbestos and everything else, and everything built after that was not. So you don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff with this house. I really like things that have like a hidden secret or an alter identity, and if you look at this house from the front, it seems very small and very plain, but when you walk inside, you will see that it is so incredibly kitschy and wonderful that you're going to love it as much as I do. So let's walk inside and see. As you walk up, you'll notice the absence of something very important, and that is a front door. Where's the front door? There is a basketball hoop, beautiful tree canopy over the house. This is Churchill Estates. It feeds Huebner, Eisenhower, and Churchill in Northeast ISD. Fantastic schools. A-rated Huebner, A-rated Churchill, I think it's B+ rated Eisenhower. Great schools. So very well established neighborhood. And we walk up and we are looking for the front door, but we're not seeing it. We are seeing a gate over here to the side. So when we go over to the gate, it's got this beautiful teeny tiny little pergola over the top of the gate. But the best part about this house is the secrets. So when you open the gate, you're automatically led into an oasis. We've got an in-ground pool over here that is set on the side yard of the house, which is a very interesting placement for it, but if you'll notice, the landscaping around the pool and everything is very well done. We've got limestone surround to the pool. I think that's limestone. And this house is very private because even though the house next door is right there, you'll notice that there's no windows on that side of that house, so nobody's looking in on you. And here's the side of this house. You can see it's got that cool 70s style stone on the bottom part, siding on the top. Got security lights. There is a retractable awning right there, so you could set out some chairs over here and really kick back in the middle of summer. Today it's a beautiful 80 degrees. I keep saying beautiful, I don't know, I'm just in a really good mood. So it's like 80 degrees outside, and I can imagine jumping into this pool right now because it looks so refreshing. And the sound of the waterfall is so nice. You can see the waterfall over here. So if we walk past the pool, we're going to look at the backyard first. This is not something I normally do, but we've got this composite material decking that's got a little walkway. You do have a yard over here. Not a huge yard, but that's great if you don't want a lot to keep up with, but you still want to have a pool. And then there is a deck. We have the cement patio slab over here, where the side door and back door are. We'll go inside in a minute so you can see all that. There's also a ceiling fan back here. And then we have a seating area. And back here, what you're looking at is basically a greenway in between the house and the road that's behind it. That is not somebody's property back there. I'm going to go back and see if I can see over it. Wearing heels on a deck is always a little dicey. Yeah, I don't know if you can see into the hole down there. Can you see? It's just like a creek bed. But the house and everything is way up above that, so you wouldn't have to worry about flooding, I wouldn't think, in this area. And then we've got a little bit of a side yard over here that's fenced off, and that's where you have access to the AC unit. But this is a really nice private backyard with your pool and everything. I can just imagine coming home to this, and you're going to walk up to the front door of your house, and you're immediately greeted by the sound of running water in the pool, and the idea that relaxation is right here at home when you're not at school anymore or at work anymore. So here's the front door of our house. I've left it ajar. It does close properly. You can see we've got very nice tile here in the entryway, and we've got this stone surround. This is a cool new door. You can see the way that the styles have been blended together. So you've got the 1979 stonework on the outside of the house, and then this very contemporary metal and glass door that you step into the house. Well, the flooring in this area is tile, so I'm going to close the door. I don't know if you can hear how quiet that is. It's kind of amazing. think these are all those double paned windows. Churchill Estates is pretty close to the airport, but you don't hear anything inside the houses because the houses all have these double pane windows. It's really cool. So standing here at the front door, I'm going to give you the 360 look. So there's what's to my left, in front of me, and to my right. Now I'm going to go to the left first because this is where the majority of the living space is. There's one little step down here and then this really awesome looking dining room area. Again, I love the way that they combined the 70s stone in these pillars with this really contemporary look with these built-ins over here to the side. And I don't know, but that green rug is doing it for me. I think that's an awesome color. Wealth and prosperity and all that. Great color to accent with. And we've got these really cool turquoise stained doors over here as we walk into the kitchen. Now the kitchen has been redone. It's very light and bright in here. You can see the cabinetry is, I think, a light oak, and it's got these cool swirly handles on it. And very deep, so this would be your pantry over here. It's been well appointed. Fit all your spices in there. We got the fridge, drawers in the middle island area. Very big. Cabinets up top. And we've got the solid surface cooktop that's in with the oven, microwave that's built in. These cabinets are tall. They go almost all the way up to the ceiling. Got a window over here, leads out to the front, to the pool over there so you can look out at the pool. And today is such a beautiful day, I would probably have this open if I was standing here washing dishes so I could see and listen to the birds and everything. And we've got the 2-welled sink, and you've got the one side that would be good for washing dishes in, and the other side that would be good for sitting all the stuff that has to soak. And a dishwasher. Yay, dishwasher. Down there. And then we walk into the eating area. So many windows in this house. These awesome giant windows that let in all the natural light. I walked through and I turned on all the lights in the house. I don't even know that that was necessary because there was so much natural light. So there's the one sliding door to the to the patio that we were at before. You can see the light fixtures are all very interesting. Got a good combination of kind of a classical spin, traditional in this one over here. And then when you look at these light fixtures, let's see if you can see them. They've got that, I wish I knew what that was called. It's like glass with bubbles in it that looks really contemporary. Also, the countertops are like probably a Corian. Very easy to clean, easy to take care of. All this area is tiled. Oh, and there's something over here I forgot to show you about. See this little thing in the wall? So, I don't know if you can tell where it is. Right there. This right here is for a vacuum system for the house. So it's got one of those vacuums that runs throughout the walls. So you just plug in the wand and then you plug it into the wall and then it sucks everything up and sends it into a vacuum container that's in the garage. And we'll go in there and look at that in a minute. So I walked over here past the built-in dining room, and this is that pass-through bar area for the kitchen to the eating area. And we are in the living room. So it's got nice fluffy carpet in here. We've got cabinets for storage over here in the bar. And tall ceilings. They've kept that really cool 1970s beadboard paneling on the ceiling. Very rich colored. But it doesn't feel dark in here because the walls are really light and there's so many windows. It's awesome. And the globes on this fan and light fixture match the globes over the bar in the kitchen. Got this really big statement fireplace over here. It's a wide mantle with the same stone that's on the outside of the house. What is this? It looks like these open. Let's find out. They do. Oh man, you could put DVDs or CDs in there that your kids are watching, and they wouldn't be all over the dining room table and all over the coffee table. Not that I'm talking to any kids like mine specifically, but you could stick them in there and not have to look at them all the time. So this is the back side of the living space. You're looking at those columns that lead into your formal dining room. It's really a very nice organic flow in here. It just leads from one space to the other. This would be a great place to have a gathering with a bunch of people hanging out, eating at the dining room, eating in the kitchen, and you could all feel like you're in the same space. So now we're back at the front door again. You can look up, this is a 2-story opening with lots of big windows again. Nice new windows without any of those pane lines in them or anything like that. And over here we have our potty room. Not terribly exciting, but we don't need it to be exciting. We need it to be functional, right? Clean, white, new pedestal sink. Looks good to me. And we're walking down this little tiny hallway, and to the left we have what they have set up as a workout room. Got an elliptical in here and recessed, not really recessed lighting. It's like one of those fluorescent lights on the top. This would also make a really good office space. So if you wanted to do that, this door is a paned glass door. So you can keep an eye on what's going on out in the hallway with your kids if you're in here working. And directly across from this space, we have the laundry room. This is a nice big laundry room. It's got the glass block window over here, so you get lots of natural light in here. It's also got a built-in ironing board. I always think those are so fun. I don't know why. It doesn't take much to thrill me. So now here we have the garage. Now the garage is what you saw from the front of the house. So if you're not really into, walking into your backyard and seeing your beautiful pool while you're on the way into the house, then you just come in through the garage. And it's a dual garage, like 2 cars. Nice and big. It's much wider than just the door. So there's plenty of space for storage on both walls. And over here they have some cabinetry. So if you're the kind of person who likes to build projects or work on crafts or anything, you've got plenty of space. And then this thing over here, that's the vacuum canister. So when you suck up everything from inside the house and it comes out here, it goes into this canister down here, and then you just empty that. So you don't even have to parade through the house with like a vacuum bag full of dirt or anything to get rid of. All in the garage, easily contained, easy to get rid of. So now we're gonna walk back upstairs, past the workout room and the laundry room, back towards the front door. And now we are where we entered the house, and I'm gonna turn around past the living room and the kitchen and everything to the stairs. I was talking about how they've combined the classical traditional elements with the more modern stuff, and I really like the banister. It's got the same color as the classical or traditional style with that natural oak, but I really like how they've got these spindles on here that are like swirly. I don't know, that's something that I haven't seen before, that particular style. So I'm walking upstairs. We've got new carpet, very well lit up here. We've got a little display area where you could put your pictures of your family or whatever you want. Nice big lighting fixture in here. And we turn the stairs and go all the way up, and you're in a loft. Now again, these are the windows that are right above the front door, so it lets in so much natural light. If I were to turn off all the lights, you wouldn't even be in the dark. I mean, it's very, very bright up here without the lights on. So this is our upstairs loft area. They've got a couple of chairs up here, which I think is very optimistic of them, and a TV, because if this were my house, this would be where the kids' stuff is, and this would be where they're playing video games on that TV, and they'd probably be like pillows and junk all over the floor. But this house is staged, so it looks fabulous and very unlike what my house would look like. So over here we've got a bathroom that's upstairs, and the bathroom has been remodeled. The tub, again, we've got the combination of those classical elements and the futuristic or modern elements. This is tile that looks like wood, so it makes the whole shower look a little bit rustic, but it's much more durable. Got a shelf that's built in there to the back for the tub and shower. We've got the stool, and then we've got this really pretty countertop, marble on top, the gray underneath. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then above the mirror, we've got 3 lights. And then there's also recessed cans in the ceiling. So you can turn off some or all. It doesn't have to be like daytime in here all the time. I turned off the one over the shower. Where's the light switch? There it is. So if you're getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and you don't want to like be blinded, then that would be the perfect light to turn on. There it goes. Okay, so now we're back in that little living space. There's one of these little ports right here. Let's see if you can see it. Sometimes I'm not great at aiming this thing. There it is. For the vacuum cleaner. So that's where you plug it into. And the vacuum just gets plugged into that hole right there. And it's just the tube. It's just the tube and then the head of the vacuum. So now we're going to go over here to the secondary bedrooms. We've got one right here. This is a cool setup. This would be the kind of room that my brother and I, I'm sure, would have fought over, because there's this step up to where the bed goes, which I think is awesome. They've got a twin bed in here right now. Adds a lot of character to the space. Let's see what the closet looks like. Ooh, it's a nice closet. It's big. Let's see, where's the light switch? Oh, it just comes on when it wants to. So we've got hanging space over here and hanging space on this side, and then built-in drawers, which is awesome. I always like it when they do things so that you don't have to have as much furniture in your house. Seems like more stuff to dust, in my opinion. All right, so walking around, this bedroom looks out over the front of the house. You can see that basketball hoop that was in the driveway. And then it's also got built-in shelves over here. One of those really nice elements of 70s houses. They loved putting in built-in stuff. So we're going to the next room over here, also looking out over the front of the house. This room has a ceiling fan in it, and it also has the built-ins. These built-ins have drawers associated with them, and then it's got closet doors. And I love how they left some of the natural wood or some of the stained wood in the house, but they didn't feel it necessary to leave all of it, because sometimes that feels a little suffocating. So here we have the closet. Decent size. It's got another shelf for storage up on top. You don't really need a lot for a secondary bedroom or for a kid's bedroom. They don't need to have a ton of storage space, in my opinion, because they're little bitty clothes. And then here's our windows. I don't know if you can see how these double paned windows work. When they were, when the airport decided to change their flight plans, this has been, gosh, I don't know, probably 20 years ago. They set up a program because people in the surrounding area were complaining about the noise, because now the airplanes were flying over the houses. And so the FAA set aside a certain budget to put these kinds of windows in the houses. So I don't think you can see it, but what happens is that there's a pane here, and then it's like almost a full 2 inches before the second pane of glass. And it deadens the sound so that you don't hear all the airplane noise. So like right now, one of the panes of glass is open, but the window is still technically closed. So I can open up the second pane of glass, maybe, if I can figure out how. Looks like it's locked. I'm window deficient today. Okay, well, I can't figure it out, but I'm sure somebody else could. If you weren't here, making me nervous, I'm sure I could get that window open. But it's got two independently operating windows before you get to the screen. So here's that room. It's a good size. I'd say, if I had to guess, it's probably like 12 by 12, maybe 13. And then there's one more room over here. These are all the secondary bedrooms. We have not gotten to the master yet. Another ceiling fan, nice big window that looks out towards the neighbors. Again, you're not facing any neighbors' windows, so you don't have to worry about anybody looking in on you or you looking in on anybody else. And we've got a nice big closet here with built-in shelving on one side and hanging stuff on the other. These have those motion sensor lights in them, so that's why they're turning on by themselves. So, look, I just turned off the light in here. Didn't get any darker, did it? Because those windows are so great. They let in so much natural light. All right, so I'm walking through this living space up here over to the master bedroom. Right past the stairs. Now this is awesome. The way that they have built this master bedroom is that when you walk in, you're facing kind of the dressing area. They've got a dresser that is, it's not built into this space, but the little miniature wall right here is built around the size of this dresser, which is pretty cool. It's a nice piece of furniture, but that way you don't have to have anything at the foot of your bed, because on the other side of the mini wall is your king-size bed. Got a nice fan over the top, and it's got a little wall at the top so that you could very easily put your stuff up there, your glasses, your cup of water, your book, whatever you're reading. And then we've got the two big windows over here and space in the middle for a TV if you're a TV watcher in bed. If you're not, then you could always put pictures there or something else. And then we've got our closet over here. This closet is enormous. Very big, especially for a house built in 1979. This place is probably, I guess it's probably about 12 feet wide or long from left to right as you walk in. And then from me to the opposite wall is probably about 6 feet. And then you've got a little closet door over there for the storage for the attic. And this room does have a vent to it, which is nice so your closet doesn't get all stuffy and gross. These older houses sometimes skimp on the closet space. It's nice to see them put that in there. It's got a pocket door, so it doesn't swing out into your space. Very simple area up here for the master bedroom. I've had this conversation with many clients, and we're walking to a house and the master bedroom is enormous. I'm sure there's some people who would love that. For me, that just feels like more space to fill up with stuff. And I tend to err more on the minimalist side if I get to choose my own decorating style, so that there's just less stuff to deal with, less clutter in your life. I want to wake up in a room that is clean and sparse so that I don't have to look around and think about everything I have to do. So when you have a room like this, where there's room for the bed and the dresser is out of sight when you wake up, it just feels fresh. And every morning it's fresh. Every morning you can wake up with a spring in your step. So now we've got double doors that lead into our bathroom. Beautiful Oasis style bathroom. It's like a spa in here. So when we walk in to the right, we've got floor to ceiling cabinetry. And let's see. Nice deep shelves in here. You could put sheets in there as well as towels and everything else. I'm really kind of digging these pulls right here. They look like pinballs. That's awesome. To the left over here, we've got one of the vanities. There are two. And this vanity has the mirror that goes behind it. You can see underneath, we've got all the storage, the drawers, and the cabinets. And they've actually put a drawer that on top of it, also a cabinet section, so that you can put all of your makeup and stuff in there. And then we've got the tub. It is very big. That is much bigger than a normal sized tub. It's got the jets, so it's a jacuzzi tub set back over here. It's got a separate light for itself. So I was playing with the light switches before. Let's see if I can figure out which one turns that off. So you can have like a little darker bath if you wanted to, or you can turn on all the lights so you can see everything. And then here's your other sink. So you've got his and hers kind of set up so that I would assume that that'd probably be the hers side because there's so much storage over there. And then this would probably be the his side. But the great thing about that is that you're not sharing a counter. And what makes for a happier marriage than not sharing a bathroom counter? Hey. And then you've got the stool over here. And you've got this gorgeous shower. It's very large. Very large. Probably 5 feet wide. Long, I would say. By probably 3.5 feet wide. You've got the regular shower head up there, and then you've got the rain head on the ceiling. Can you see that? Once again, I have trouble aiming this sometimes. So you've got the rain head on the ceiling, and then built-in shelves over here. And there's 2 separate water controls. So I'm going to assume that that is for the handheld shower head that sticks on the wall, and then the rain that's up on the top. So let's see if we can find the lights to turn these all off now. So many lights. Voila. Nope. Part of the fun of being a realtor is learning how to work light switches and doors. Because if you've ever looked at houses with me, you'll know that sometimes opening doors is the most challenging part of the job. Ooh, I think I figured it out. Got it. Okay. The lights are up. Okay, so I'm going back through the master. I wanted to show you how much natural light there is in here when I turn off the lights. Turn off lights. So look, it barely got any dimmer. Those windows do a fantastic job. And it's middle of the afternoon, so the sun is hitting the house from the other side, from the garage side of the house. So none of it is coming directly in these windows. How nice is that? Keep everything nice and cool. Ooh, I found out how to turn down. And all these lights had these really cool dimmers on there. So you don't have to have everything as like bright and crazy as I had it. You can have it a lot more calm. Let's figure out where this light switch is. Walking through the upstairs with no lights on, and there's absolutely no problem. And now we're walking back down the stairs. I'm just such a fan of natural light and wood, all the stuff that reminds me of being outside. Oh, here's our vacuum cleaner. I'm sure that fits in that closet right there. They just don't have it put in there because they want you to see that they've got it. So let's go back over here so we can do a little recap. So this house was built in 1979. It's listed currently at $349,900. And it's 1710 Donerail, Donerail. It's 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath. 2,388 square feet. It's got a pool. It's been remodeled inside. It's a gorgeous combination of contemporary and traditional. And the mixture of materials in here is very appealing between the stone and the woods and the clean lines and the glass and everything else. Gorgeous house. I will be holding this house open tomorrow, which is October 19th, Saturday, from 1 to 3 in Churchill Estates. So come on by. Come by and say hi. Bring your clients if you're an agent, bring your family if you're not an agent, or if you are, and come by and see the house, because you'll never know when you look at it from the front that all of this lies behind the door, not to mention that gorgeous pool. So I hope to get to see you guys all here tomorrow. If you have any questions about it, call me, text me, DM me. You can reach me on pretty much any social media except Snapchat. I leave that up to my daughter, because who wants to see all those pictures of me? Not me. So here's that beautiful pool again as I bid adieu for the day. See you tomorrow.